go now to London and speak to Russian affairs analyst Dana Lewis. Good to have you on the programme. Tell us, what does this referendum mean for Putin and for Russia?
Well, I mean, the referendum essentially gives us President Putin for life. If you're living in Russia, I mean, he will be able to extend his term until 2036. And you have to really question why did he go ahead with this parade on Red Square today? Because dozens of other cities have canceled the parades, and it was originally delayed from May until July and to June rather. And it's because they have over 650,000 cases of COVID-19. The numbers of the deaths are completely inaccurate, and were being lied to by Russian authorities because they simply didn't want to put out the real numbers. But all the independent analysis is that the numbers are much, much higher. And I think that for President Putin, this is the pre-game show. He wants to appear like he's in command again, because he's largely been outside of Moscow at his country residence, at his dacha, and he's been saying the rest of this is up to the governors. He's not managing the crisis. So that referendum, to give you the long answer to your short question, is that enables him to stay in power. And the foundation of his power in the Kremlin is shaken by low oil prices, by economic problems, by the economic bailout that is not happening for Russians, and by the deaths of COVID-19 citizens. So they want to hold that referendum, and they want to do it soon because they fear street protests in the fall. There are a lot of unhappy people in the country.
That was my next question. Is there opposition to this, and can it really make a difference to, as you said, having Putin for life as of next week?
Well, I mean, there's opposition to the referendum. I mean, you have the chief opposition figure and former presidential hopeful Alexei Navalny saying today, you're spending vast sums of money on the parade. And he says one crazy, greedy man who has gone mad with power is making the whole country engage in delirium. I mean, that's pretty strong. And then Mikhail Kasyanov, the former prime minister, who is also an opposition member, an opposition leader. I mean, he's got his own party. I mean, he is saying that they have lied about the COVID-19 numbers. They are going to lie about the referendum. He can say, they'll already say that there's going to be above 60% turnout. There are all sorts of mail-in and electronic ballots because of the pandemic that they can control, that they will largely defraud the Russian people with fake numbers about how many people voted and how many people voted for the referendum. And by the way, it is just not to extend his term, but they have mixed in all of these weird other questions in there to try to convince people, especially the older people in Russia, because Putin's main base of support is 55 years of age and older. Some of it's pension reform to increase pensions. What do you think older people are going to say to that? Yes.
Dana Lewis, it's been fantastic to get your analysis, and I look forward to speaking to you when that referendum does happen next week. Thank you so much.